Live from Mainland Regional High School, it's high school football between the Mainland Mustangs and the Delsea Crusaders. Nick Costco alongside Brianna Smith, Matt Omer upstairs producing and filming tonight's broadcast. The 7-0 Delsea Crusaders coming in hot as the Mainland Mustangs, who had a week off, 4-3 on the season. Beautiful night here for football as we get towards the end of the 2021 regular season. Playoffs are approaching. Mainland currently in as we speak, number 9 overall in South Jersey Group 4, while Delsea number 4 over in South Jersey Group 3. So a big matchup for both teams to get those power points increased as we approach the final week coming up next week. Delsea to kick things off left to right. Mainland will receive to open things up this evening. Mason Carr to boot it away for Delsea, sporting the white jerseys, red pants, red helmets. Mainland, of course, in the traditional Kelly green uniforms, white helmets. And we are underway. Joe Sheeran going back to return it for the Mustangs, coming up to the 15-yard line. Makes one cut, and he's brought down around the 20-yard line, and an official actually got shoved down across the way. I believe that was incidental, so Mainland will set up shop in their own territory.
Got right back up, so it looks like he's all right.
Already a good sign here tonight. No Jabril Mace tonight for the Mustangs, out tonight with a mild knee injury. Although there is good news. Star wide receiver Nick Wagner suited up for the first time this season. We'll see how much playing time he gets tonight. This is Marlon Leslie in the shotgun on 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Quick handoff goes to Ordilli up the gut, and the ball came out immediately, and Delsea says they have it, and they do. On the first play of the ball game, Delsea forces the turnover as Tyon Dawkins is there for the recovery. Just like that, Crusaders take over near the Mainland red zone.
Just like we were saying, we're missing Jabril Mason first handoff. It's not a great start for the Mustangs, but let's see how the defense can respond.
Not the ideal start for Mainland, and let's see what they can do on defense as Zach Maxwell breaks the huddle for Delsea. He's got his brother Luke in the backfield. The handoff goes to Luke right up the gut, lowering the shoulder. He gets across down to the 15-yard line, tackled there by Stephen Ordilli. It'll be second down for Delsea.
It'll be nice to see. Delsea has a great run offense. That's pretty much what they've relied on all season. Clearly it's working. They haven't lost a game. So the front four for Mainland really has to show up tonight if we want to keep this game close.
Luke Maxwell, the leading rusher on the team for Delsea, coming in tonight with 776 yards, averaging well over 7 yards a carry. Maxwell, handoff to Luke Maxwell, and he gets chopped down, but not before he gets a Delsea first down. Just about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Mainland fumbled it on their opening play of the game. First and 10 now for Delsea. Ball spotted at the 11-yard line. Zach Maxwell under center. Handoff there for no gain. Not much room there for Wayne Adair.
Looks like Joe Sheeran might have been the first guy to that, but Noah Torres is coming in quick off the side.
And we saw Torres was key in that win over Vineland 2 weeks ago for Mainland on defense. It's going to have to come up big tonight. Delsea, a high-powered rushing attack featuring Luke Maxwell, Jaden Stewart, and Wayne Adair, three-headed monster in the backfield, and that's not even mentioning Zach Maxwell at quarterback. Maxwell, jet sweep, right side. This is Stewart making a cut, and he's going to waltz in for a Delsea touchdown. A strike first. It is 6-0.
That receiver, great block along the side to let that quarterback get in there.
Doesn't take long.
I believe that was Devin Hooks for Delsea.
Mason Carr on for the extra point. He's 32 of 38 this season. That one on the way, and it is perfect. So 7-0 is your score. We do have a flag down. And it was on Mainland for running into the kicker. That will be declined. As Delsea on top, 7-0. With just a little under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So rough start for the Mainland Mustangs. But the good news is you ran one play, and now basically a fresh start here.
Yeah, not a great start. Obviously, when you want to receive, you want to try to get some points on the board, get the ball rolling, especially they started great 2 weeks ago, against Mainland. 2 plays into the game, touchdown, so a little bit opposite of that, but it's all about how you respond.
See if they can do it. Just 2 weeks ago, Mainland finally got their legs underneath them with Marlon Leslie and Jabril Mace. Nice balanced rushing attack. Of course, they had the week off last week due to the postponement, due to a positive COVID test. So Mainland's game against Clearview is rescheduled for next week. Delsea trying to improve to 8-0 on the season here tonight. They're coming off a 47-0 win over Morristown just last week. Carr to boot it again. This time it's going to be Sheeran again, just outside the goal line. Trying to make a cut, and Delsea's kickoff team is right there for the stop, shy of the 20-yard line. And Mainland, once again, setting up shop deep in their own territory. Let's see how they respond on this drive.
And I'd like to see how they can get kind of that passing offense incorporated. They relied a lot on the run 2 weeks ago against Mainland. Now we finally have all our wideouts back and healthy, which is great. So and now, obviously, with Jabril out, we kind of need a little more other people to step up. So I'd like to see like Nick Wagner, Cohen Cook, get them involved.
Cook still looking for his first catch of the season. He recently came back from injury as well. On 1st and 10, this is Leslie. And he'll hand it off up the gut. Nice little push. It's going to be 2nd down now for the Mustangs.
Lamont Holliday, Mainland center, could have kept going.
Well, both teams have a heavy running attack. Would not expect to see much passing here tonight. Stephen Ordilli to the right of Leslie in the backfield on 2nd and 5. Leslie will hand it off to Ordilli again. Bounces off one man. He'll be brought down across the 20. So a gain of about a yard on the play, maybe 2. And it's going to be 3rd down. Mainland defeated Vineland 35-25 2 weeks ago. It is 3rd down and a long 2. Leslie will fake it, trying to take it off himself, and he is not going to get there. Luke Maxwell, the first one in on the stop among others for the Crusaders, and it's going to be 4th down. Punting unit comes on for Mainland. They move forward there, but that Delsea front 7 all over the read option there for Leslie.
Yeah, we talked about 2 weeks ago, and kind of can talk about it all season, how hard MJ is to tackle, but when you got a size like that on defensive line.
Decent punt out across the 45-yard line as Wade Adair just takes a look at it. Mainland will down it, but Delsea on the move again, approaching midfield to start this drive. 7:34 remaining here in the first quarter with a 7-0 lead. Be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders at the 43-yard line. Zach Maxwell comes out under center. Hand off to Luke Maxwell up the gut, breaks a couple tackles, moving the pile, gets up to midfield, and a host of Mustang defenders have to bring him down. And if you're going to talk about a guy who's going to be really tough to bring down tonight, it's going to be Luke Maxwell, 6'1", 210, the junior fullback. And we're talking fullback, old school. That guy's in a three-point stance in the backfield.
Yeah, and like just the way he runs, head down, shoulders. Took half of that Mainland defense just to tackle him.
Second and 3 for Delsea. Maxwell sends 2 men in motion. Handoff goes to Adair right at the gut, and he's going to power through for a first down as J.J. Sinclair is there on the stop.
Their offense looks like very old school, like Navy, like almost like Delaware wing T-ish.
Well, they love to use a lot of running backs, fullbacks, and wingbacks. Really only have 2 receivers out there at maximum at a time. Devin Hooks is one of their main pass catchers, and he only has 3 catches and 2 touchdowns this season. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. The handoff goes to Stewart, and he'll get up to the 40-yard line. Gain of a couple. 2nd down coming up, and Delsea, high-powered rushing attack, but they're not afraid to grind out these small little gains here. And obviously, it is moving the clock down to 6 minutes to go here in the first.
Yeah, I mean, clearly that's what they relied on all season, and being undefeated, it's working. And even just the margin of scoring between each game, like they haven't even had many close games all year.
Second and 7. Luke Maxwell in the backfield. They'll get the handoff. Excuse me, it was a fake. And Zach Maxwell took that one. He fooled me up here too. He gets across the 35-yard line. He is close to a first down.
That was J.J. Sinclair again. First one to make that tackle.
Mainland might be relying on Sinclair to make quite the number of tackles here tonight.
And he won't mind making them.
Leads the team this year. He's got 60 coming into tonight. 3rd and 1. Maxwell, bit of a stutter step, quarterback sneak. He moves the pile forward. And based on the far side judge, looks like he does have enough for a Delsea first down. And Zach Maxwell, their starting quarterback, the sophomore, he's only thrown it 25 times this year. 235 yards, does have 4 touchdowns. But on the ground, came into tonight with 366 and also 4 scores rushing. So he's a big part of this attack as well. 1st and 10 from the 32. Another handoff.
JJ again. First one in to make that tackle.
Sinclair for that quick stop.
Magnets in his pants.
Only a short gain, though. 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Stewart the motion man. Option play. This is Adair. Makes one cut. Has the first down, stiff arm. Adair down the sideline, he's run out of bounds. Sinclair was the first one to try to get him, could not bring him down, as Mainland has to force him out of bounds. But yet again, another first down for Delsea.
Well, and again, normally when you're watching a game, you're normally watching the ball handler, whoever has the ball, quarterback. But when you're watching these blockers, it's the reason why clearly they have success, because these guys on the edge are just doing their job, doing what they need to do, and they're getting these 6-7 yard chunks, just driving down the field, taking time off the clock.
First and 10 from the 16. Maxwell, the handoff to Luke Maxwell. He's free for the touchdown. Delsea extends the lead. Just like that, Luke Maxwell scores his 12th touchdown on the ground this season, 13th overall. And I mean, Bree, you just mentioned the misdirection, all these linemen pulling out. When you have that many options in the backfield, it's tough to keep track of who's going to get the football out of the backfield.
Yeah, and you see these guys in motion, you see fullbacks, you see these guys on the edge. I mean, they clearly have a ton of playmakers.
Carr nails the extra point. It is 14-0 in favor of Delsea. 3:11 to play here in this first quarter.
Obviously not the start Mainland wants, but we talked about it a few weeks ago. A lot of the games Mainland had, especially early in the season, they were down, touchdown, 2 touchdowns. They kind of got late start, few games. Mainland was really the first game they got on the board first, so coming from behind isn't something Mainland's not used to. So obviously not a place you want to be, but it's also, they've had a few coming behind big wins, so no time to get discouraged yet.
A lot of game left to play. Let's see what they can do on this third possession. They have not gotten a first down yet tonight. So far tonight, they've really spread the ball around on the ground. Luke Maxwell, 28 yards. Adair has 23. Zach Maxwell at 15, as well as Stewart also at 15. All have received 3 carries as well, so you want to talk about a balanced attack. There you go. Carr to boot it deep. Sheeran again from the 10, and it gets upended right at the 20-yard line. Boy, Delsea's kick coverage team is all over the place. No shot. Looked like Dante McGrinahan with the stop.
I was going to say, this is the third kick return Mainland has, and Joe Sheeran really has nowhere to go.
Carr's been able to pin him deep as well in the corners. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 20-yard line. So Leslie comes out in the shotgun. He's got Stephen Ordilli to his right. Sheeran the motion man. Leslie fakes it, flag down. Leslie makes a cut. Coming up to the 30-yard line, down the sideline, out of bounds near the 45, but hold the phone. Might have some early movement. We do. An illegal shift on Mainland's going to wipe out that impressive run from Leslie.
So that's a little bit of a killer. That's, you know, first play, haven't got a first down, huge run by your quarterback. Sucks to have that taken back. And that's something that, you know, now that we are down by 2 touchdowns, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. You got to do your job, no penalties.
Play
that's
even
a little bit of a stinger, but
play even looked a little awkward to start things off. It's going to back him up 5 yards to the 15-yard line. It's 1st and 15 now. Nick Wagner has checked in. He's at the bottom of your screen. Leslie takes it back, pumps once, throws. There's Wagner, makes the catch, breaks 1 tackle, and then he's brought down immediately. Wayne Adair with the tackle. First one to hit him as Wagner reels in his first catch of the season, coming off this shoulder injury. And we only gained about maybe a half a yard there, so it's still going to be 2nd down and long. I would say with him back in the lineup, might see them open up the playbook a little bit and start throwing a little bit more.
yeah, and I mean, obviously when the run attack was working as well as it was against Vineland, maybe you just want to stick with what works. So you didn't really see Cohen Cook very much, or even Hunter Watson. So
handoff to Ordilli up the gut. Not much, got about, call it 3 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and 11. First quarter coming to a close almost, under 2 minutes. See if it can manage to get a big gain here. Third and 11. Two receivers to the left. Leslie dropping straight back, looking, pressure. He's going to step up and run, avoids the rush, and then he's going to be brought down. Delsea closed quick. It's going to be fourth down for Mainland. Austin Booz on the stop. Not going to be enough. It's going to be 4th and 6. And here comes the punting unit. Adair back to return, or Stephen Ordilli to punt it away. It's a high end-over-end kick. Adair to return. Makes one cut, tripped up immediately. And a nice tackle there by Joe Sheeran, but Delsea once again setting up near midfield. Already up by 2 scores. Less than a minute to go here in this first quarter. Crusaders might be looking to pour it on now. See what Mainland's defense can cook up. First and 10 for Delsea at the 47. Maxwell hands it off to his brother up the gut. Nice little gain up to the 50-yard line, so give him 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. We'll see if they run on our play. We're down under 20 seconds to go in the quarter.
Quarterback's coming out, so they might try to get one in here. Down under.
And they break the huddle quickly. Let's see. They will. Hand off. Outside. This is Adair. He's got some space down the sideline, carrying defenders and run out of bounds. And a huge gain for Wade Adair as the first quarter comes to a close. So after 1, it is Delsea 14, Mainland 0. They're driving now. We'll be back with the second quarter. Back here, the second quarter, Mainland High School. Mustangs trailing 14-0 to Delsea right now. Nick Costco alongside Brianna Smith. Matt Ulmer upstairs producing tonight's broadcast. First and 10 for the Crusaders at the 32-yard line. Lots of motion here as Zach Maxwell comes out under center. Stewart, the motion man. He'll get the carry to the outside. Has some space and some speed. And there goes Stewart running into the end zone for another Delsea touchdown. His second.
And like I mentioned, Devin Hooks for Delsea, number 8 on the side, just making that great block.
These receivers don't get too many opportunities in the passing game, but you're right. They're sure as heck some good blockers on the edge. Mason Carr for the extra point. 2 of 2 tonight so far. High snap, kick is on the way, and it is good. 21-0 Delsea as we just start the second quarter here on this late October evening. Well, we've seen some juice from the Mainland offense. Unfortunately, it came in the form of a callback run for Marlon Leslie due to a legal shift. But it seems like there are gaps in that Delsea defense if Mainland's going to be able to take advantage and actually get into opposing territory tonight.
Mike Ardilli's running well. I mean, and he's only a sophomore. He's a great weapon to have. We have 2 more seasons with him. But so it's just we got to like get something going, whether it's a big play, big run. You know, a lot of what Mainland tends to rely on is momentum and big plays and getting them hyped up. Like we've seen it all season. So let's see if we can maybe even a big kick return.
Sharon and Stephen Ardilli are back there, staying at the 10-yard line. Carr's been able to pin him pretty deep, and it's been quite the banner night so far for the Delsea kick coverage team.
Sure has.
Carr sent to the near sideline. This will be Sheeran. He's going to let this one bounce. He thought it was going to go out of bounds. Now he'll pick it up and immediately be pushed out of bounds just shy of the 15-yard line. They are going to spot him at the 13. So Sheeran misjudged that ball. Thought it was going to bounce out of bounds, which would have helped out Mainland with a penalty. But, again, another greatly placed kick there from Carr. And now Mainland backed up at their own 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Leslie coming out in an empty backfield. Trips to the left. Leslie, quarterback run up the gut, breaks one tackle, using his speed, lowering the shoulder, and he's got to the 25-yard line for a Mainland first down. A nice run there from the quarterback, Aiden Kelly, on the tackle for Delsea.
All right, first down.
They do move the sticks for the first time tonight. Could get something going here. Another empty set for Leslie as he breaks the huddle on 1st and 10. Stephen Ardilli, the motion man. Leslie fakes, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield immediately. Delsea was not fooled that time. Dan Giovacchino with the tackle.
And Mainland's kind of in the situation, you're down by 21. It's still early in the second quarter. There is still a lot of game left. You don't want to force anything. No turnovers. Obviously, trips to the right, your empty backfield. So we want to incorporate that passing game. We also don't want to rush anything either. We don't need any Zach Wilsons out here.
Dan Giovacchino, 50 tackles on the season from that middle linebacker spot. He is all over the place. The 5'10", 195-pound junior. Also has a sack and came in tonight with 5 tackles for loss, so now give him 6 on the season. 2nd and 14, now we have whistles. And we're going to get a timeout for Mainland there. First of the half, they have 2 remaining. And with 10-11 to go here in the second quarter, Delsea leads this one 21-0. Mainland did get their first down on this drive. Unfortunately, went straight backwards on the next play. But if they're going to get anything going, they're going to have to keep that defense honest with, and Leslie might have to use his legs a lot more tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we rely on him a lot, but he's hard to tackle. He's a great runner, isn't afraid to get hit, isn't afraid to take a hit. We just kind of step up, not only with using his legs, maybe his vocally, get the team going. Obviously, it's not a position you want to be in as an offense, but still have time to turn it around.
Second and 14. Empty set again. It's been the theme of this drive. Leslie, play fake, looking, Downfield, one Sheeran. He makes a catch in stride. Joe Sheeran across the 45-yard line, brought down, and a huge first down for the Mainland Mustangs.
Big
Just
play.
what the doctor ordered.
That's huge, and we talked about it a little bit already.
One of the longer passes you'll see all year from Leslie, and Joe Sheeran was wide open as he crossed midfield. 39-yard gain on the play. Looked like Wyatt on the stop. 1st and 10. Leslie. Handoff. Stephen Ordilli, right side. Has a crease. Still going down to the 25-yard line, and Mainland's on the move now. Little jet sweep action, and Mainland starting to find their groove just a little bit as they're approaching the red zone.
Just to give the linemen a shout out, I mean, the linemen for Mainland had a great game against Vineland. They are young. We have a transfer, so it sometimes takes a little bit to get that gelled in, but so far this offensive line for Mainland's played well.
We're going to get another timeout on the field. This time it is from Delsea. That's their first of the half. They have 2 remaining. Seems like the Crusaders now want to settle things down. Just as a reminder, Mainland season's not done yet. They will take on Clearview at home next week. After that game was postponed from last Friday. And Delsea also not done as well. They'll take on Steinert at home next week as well, as we get that much closer to the playoffs this season.
And that game for Mainland's huge game. It's a division game. I believe if we win tonight and beat Clearview, they would be Independence Division champions for the West Jersey Football League. So obviously we'll see what happens tonight, but just in terms for playoff, power points, this game, but Clearview is even a bigger game for the Mustangs.
Mainland currently number 9 in South Jersey Group 4. Got to finish top 16 to make it. 1st and 10 from the 26. Leslie. Quarterback run. Avoids one man. Flags come in as he gets tackled down near the 20-yard line.
I think that was a face mask.
Fell a little weird. We'll check on the flag.
Just by MJ's body language.
Right you are, face mask. That's going to tack on some penalty yardage. And an automatic first down for the Mustangs, and they're on the move. Ball spotted just outside the 10-yard line, so it is 1st and 10. And once again, another empty set for the Mustangs. Leslie will keep it, hit immediately in the backfield, nowhere to go. Devin Rusk, the first one in on the stop there for Delsea. It'll be 2nd down and 12. On 2nd and long, Leslie in the shotgun. Play fake, looking, end zone, caught! Touchdown!
What a catch and what a throw.
Nick Wagner, welcome back. And Mainland's on the board.
Yeah, damn. First game back, touchdown. Get Mainland back into the game.
Wagner, only his second catch of the season, but he's got his first score. Another look at it. Nice little slant right over the middle. Boy, they miss him. Panis on for the extra point. That one's up and good. 21-7, so Mainland cuts into the lead, courtesy of Marlon Leslie to Nick Wagner from 12 yards out. And some signs of life here from the Mainland sideline.
And what a drive by Mainland. I mean, just to respond that way, you're down by 21. Run game, passing game, huge throw, 39-yard play by Joe Sheeran. Nick Wagner coming in, so it's a big response to a Mainland offense.
That was Leslie's second touchdown pass of the season. Might be seeing more of a passing game here this evening. 7:33 to go in the half. Hooks and Adair back to return for the for the Crusaders. Pan's kick is high, but it will be returned by Adair on the far sideline, looking for some blockers. Finds a seam. He's up across the 35-yard line. So a good return there by Wade Adair, and Delsea comes back up. They have scored on all three of their possessions tonight as they try to go 4 for 4. Mainland looking for their first stop.
And I mean, this is a huge series for Mainland defense. I mean, if you can either quick 3 and out or get off the field quick and get Mainland's offense back on the field.
On 1st and 10. Maxwell. Hand off. At Stewart. It stood up shy of the 25. Noah Torres, among others, in on the stop. It'll be 2nd and short. Maxwell on 2nd down. Handoff to his brother Luke, up the gut, got the first down and more. We do have a flag down. And that is in the area of holding, so hold the phone. We're actually going to get a face mask, so that'll tack on some penalty yards. So Mainland thought they were going to get a break. Face mask penalty and a sideline warning, so not a nice exchange right there.
Mainland's good for a sideline warning. They usually get 1 a game.
First and 10 for Delsea. Ball at the 43 of the Mustangs. Maxwell, keeper, breaks 1 tackle, sheds another, and he's going to get spun down at the 40-yard line. Andres Hernandez on the stop. Got some assistance from his teammates as well, but Zach Maxwell starting to get into the running game now. Only a sophomore. Delsea's backfield quite loaded. The only senior back there is Jaden Stewart. Second and 6 on the 39. Hooks the lone receiver to the bottom of your screen. Maxwell, hands off. Stewart, right side, brought down in the backfield. J.J. Sinclair. That'll be a tackle for loss of 1. It's third down. One of the longer third downs Delsea's faced all night. They are well out of field goal range. But since they're in mainland territory, this could be 4-down territory.
That was like our buzzword against Mainland. Our buzz phrase, 4th-down territory.
Could see it a lot more tonight. Maxwell, the handoff to, fake. Pitch out right. Stewart down the sideline, and Jaden Stewart is gone. Touchdown, Delsea. The third one. He hit the hat trick. Delsea's run game on offense with these read options have fooled Mainland and us up here in the booth all night.
That play just fooled me.
That's the third touchdown of the night for Jaden Stewart, as Carr's extra point is good. Snuck in.
I thought Noah Torres got a piece of that for a second.
28-7. Delsea on top with less than 5 minutes to go in the half. That's a backbreaker for the Mustang defense, but they will get the ball back here.
Delsea will get the ball after halftime, so it'd be, if you're Mainland, you want to get points here with 5 minutes left in the half.
We'll see if they can grind the clock down as well. So far tonight, your leading rusher, Jaden Stewart, 100 yards on just 8 carries. He's got 3 touchdowns. Safe to say he's been efficient. Carr will boot it again. The kick coverage unit's been stellar for Delsea here tonight.
Mainland's been pinned in their own end each time, so field position's been big.
Here's the run up. This will be Sheeran from the 10. He dropped the football, now picks it back up. Sheeran tripped up, could not get much as Mainland just gets up to the 25-yard line. That's Wyatt with the tackle for Delsea. Let's see what the Mustangs can do now. Down by 3 scores again. See if they can cut back into the lead. Empty set again for the Mustangs. Leslie takes it, looking, right side, incomplete. Was looking for Cohen Cook, who could not reel it in, but there were 3 Crusaders in the area. Might not have been much anyway. Second down. Well, because of the return of Wagner, you might see more in the passing game, and because Cook has been reacclimated over the past few games, 2 biggest weapons are back, and Mainland has stuck to this empty set on 2nd and 10. Throw out left. That's caught by Spolin. A gain of few, but it's going to be 3rd down.
This is a big 3rd down for the Mustangs. I mean, you want to try to stay on the field. Like I said, you'd love to get points here, but you don't want to give Delsea the ball back with potentially good field position. Still about 4.5 minutes left in the half, and then they get the ball back again. So
Delsea has no problem grinding it out as well. But as their rushing attack suggested, they can go fast as well. 3rd down and 6. From the 26. We're going to get whistles, and that'll be a timeout for Delsea. They're second, and have 1 remaining in this half. Well, Mainland's offense was sparked last drive with a huge gain from Joe Sheeran. And from there, they caught Delsea on their heels. But so far, they've pretty much locked down the passing game on the first 2 plays of this drive.
Yeah, and that throw to Cohen Cook, I wouldn't like to see MJ make. Like you said, there was 3 defenders in the area. Obviously, if that gets picked off, that's an easy pick 6. You're deep in your own end. So I mentioned it before, this just isn't a time you want to rush anything. I know you want to obviously get points back, get back in the game, but you also don't want to make costly mistakes either.
Third down now, out of timeout. 3:57 remaining in the half. Mainland down 28-7. Here's Leslie. Fakes toward Dilly, looking downfield. Spolin's there, makes a catch in stride across midfield, and Spolin's brought down just shy of the 40-yard line.
I mean,
how about that?
That's mirroring the last series Mainland had. You had a few plays and a huge play across midfield. And that's huge for Mainland. You want the offense to stay on the field there.
Dom Teddy with the tackle. Sophomore safety. Basically saving a touchdown. But some new life. Mainland back into Delsea territory. From the 41, it's 1st and 10. Leslie will keep it. Breaks 1 tackle, then he's met by a host of Delsea defenders led by Tyon Dawkins. It'll be 2nd down.
And to Delsea's credit, this might be the first team all year that can hit and actually tackle MJ on the first try. Normally it takes a few of them. One of these kids can take him down.
Sure, Delsea definitely prepared for the running ability of Marlon Leslie. Came into tonight with 668 yards on the ground and 7 touchdowns. Been much more of a running quarterback this year, but of course he's opened up the passing game here tonight. 2nd and 8. Leslie, quick throws, got Spolin, trying to make a cut. Breaks 1 tackle, brought down from behind by Luke Maxwell. Just shy of the 35, they're going to spot him down to 36. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Mustangs. 2:20 to go in the half.
You got to say this is definitely 4th down territory.
I would say this is 4 down territory. Down 3 scores.
2 minutes left.
Well, Mainland will definitely use up some clock as well. They don't want to give Delsea the ball back. As you mentioned, Bree, Delsea does get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Third and 5. .143 and counting. Leslie, back, right side, caught by Cook. Stiff arm, and he's going to be brought down shy of the 25, but he's got enough for a Mainland 1st down.
And MJ got that off right in time because he had someone coming off the edge so quick. I want to say it was 55 from Delsea, so that would... Or maybe I just read the number wrong. Maybe it been 54. He was moving so quick, I got nervous.
First and 10 for the Mustangs from the 27. 1:10 to go. Empty set again for Leslie. Or Dilly the motion man. Play fake. Leslie lobbing one, wants Cook, and he's dragged down. And I was going to say, there is a flag down now. Delayed penalty flag, but Cook was clearly dragged down.
I was about to yell into the mic, and people would have been mad at me, but I'm glad that that was a little too delayed for my liking.
I was going to say, yeah. Referees nearly missed a blatant call there. 1 minute to go in the half as Cohen Cook is dragged down, basically tackled before that ball came down near him. So he nailed the pass interference. Mainland 2 timeouts remaining. Delsea only has 1. First and 10 now for the Mustangs at the 13. Empty set again. Trips to the right. Ordilly the motion man. Leslie, play fake. Pressure. He's going to be brought down and sacked by about 4 Delsea defenders. Jaden Stewart among them, along with Luke Maxwell. Looked like Ashton Blos as well. And
timeout there.
Mainland did take a timeout, so they will stop the clock. They have 1 remaining. It is 2nd down and 15 when they come out of the timeout. So they're knocking on the door again. Opportunities there that Ms. Mainland wants to cut this to a 2-score game.
Yeah, and like I don't hate the response. I mean, obviously coming into this game, we know Delsea is probably the better team, but I mean they're hanging in there. They're not giving up. Obviously, they're having a little more trouble on defense and offense, but I don't hate the response.
Running attack is evident, but they're opening up the passing game more tonight. And obviously, I think that has to do a lot with Nick Wagner returning.
Yeah, and they haven't had much of a passing game all year. They've obviously relied on mostly MJ and Jabril. So, I mean, bigger than that, we had guys that were injured. So getting them back kind of at the right time going into the playoffs, kind of get things clicking. It's a good time for those guys to get back in the lineup.
Yep. And of course, Jabril Mace out with a minor knee injury tonight, so they're missing one of their biggest weapons on offense, but they've made it work for the most part so far. 2nd and 13 for the Mustangs. Leslie in an empty set, looking, pressure over the middle. It's batted and incomplete. He was looking for Spolin, couldn't reel it in, and then Sheeran was nearly there for the deflection, but it'll be 3rd down. 50 seconds remaining in the half. Ball still at the 18. Third and long. Leslie. He's going to run it himself. Leslie. Oh, he's got green grass in front of him and a touchdown. Marlon Leslie fooled everybody. Delsea wasn't ready for it. And they're an extra point away from making it a 2-score game.
I like that play call.
Beautiful run by Marlon Leslie. Faked the option and took it himself. Pass on for the extra point. Snap, hold, good. Kick is on the way. It is good. 28-14 your score with 45 seconds remaining in the half. So a great response from the Mustangs. They have now answered the last 2 Delsea scores.
Huge. Just momentum, obviously points-wise too, but, and you know, we mentioned it, we talked about it enough already, but just incorporating passing game, run game, getting those guys back, seems to be gelling. And the line for Mainland has played great so far too, so.
Haven't allowed too many negative plays tonight, and now Panis will boot it late here in the first half. And we'll see what Delsea can do on offense now with short time. They only have 1 timeout remaining in this half. Paniz's kick will hit the sideline, and Wade Adair slipped. He'll pick it up now, avoids one man. Adair trying to come back down the sideline, ripped down at the 25-yard line. That was nearly a disaster for Delsea.
Jamie Tyson from Mainland was right there, but
It even looked like Adair was waiting for that ball to go out of bounds, but he looked like he slipped and actually kept it in.
Yep.
40 seconds to go. Delsea has big playability even in the run game. They have 1st and 10 from the 25. Zach Maxwell out under center. Luke behind him. Hand off left side. This is Wade Adair being brought down from behind across the 30-yard line up near the 35.
Paul Lombardo, and it looks like Steven Ordilly, I believe, on the tackle.
Lombardo, the first one on the stop. 2nd and 1. Clock still running, and Delsea might be content with this going into the locker room. They still have the one timeout.
Doesn't look like they're going to use it.
Down to 10 seconds. Maxwell hands off to his brother Luke. Breaks one tackle, lowering the shoulder.
Ooh,
ball came out.
Do you call timeout?
There's 4 seconds remaining. Delsea did jump back on it. It looked like it first.
They're saying
Oh, no, it's Mainland football. Just like that. First turnover of the night as Luke Maxwell coughs one up. Mainland somehow jumped on the football.
I don't know who it was.
J.J. Sinclair either caused it or recovered it as he gets the celebratory hugs on the sideline. Tremendous momentum swing here. But again, only 4 seconds. Gotta think Hail Mary time.
Yeah, can we get a little pre-halftime magic here?
Well, this suddenly got interesting. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Empty set for Leslie. Dropping back, pressure, stepping up. Leslie looking downfield, launches one, and it is incomplete. Wouldn't have reached the end zone anyway, and that is halftime for you. Delsea 28, Mainland. Second half getting ready to get underway. Our Charlie's Bar game of the week. Nick Costco alongside Brianna Smith. Matt Omer upstairs. Good old B, our statistician here this evening.
Helping me out.
Helping us all out. Brady Paniz to boot it. It's a short kick. And Delsea was ready. Oh, the ball came out. Mainland might have it. They do. It's recovered by the Mustangs. Noah Torres. Wow. Talk about starting the second half off right. It looked like Christian Langston actually fell on it for Delsea. The ball squirted out, and Noah Torres recovered it. Mainland gets the ball. Talk about taking a possession right back.
I'm going to give a little shout out to my dad. That's a ballsy call to make.
Surprise onside kick. Look like a little pooch kick. And now there's a conference at around midfield.
What are they discussing here?
They might say illegal touching, and the Mainland sideline is beside themselves. It's going to be Delsea football. They might actually. They're going to re-kick here. Talk about confusion. Usually on any sort of infraction on an onside kick. Usually on an infraction on an onside kick, the opposing team gets the ball back.
I don't know if I've ever even heard of this.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
They might not have been ready. They might not have given them the ready sign. Because they're not counting off the penalty.
Oh, Mainland's going to re-kick. Being told it could be a official issue, as in they weren't ready. There's the whistle now. See if Mainland does it again. Paniz will pooch one. That's to the left side of the 40-yard line. A decent return and some extracurriculars out of bounds, but no penalty there that time. So Delsea will get the ball after the quick return there from Aiden Kelly out near midfield. So after all that, Delsea is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Unfortunate how that turned, but I like that call.
Well, Mainland's defense did cause a turnover on their last series. Luke Maxwell of Delsea fumbled the football, kept it a 2-score game at the end of the half. But Crusaders back with the football now at their own 49. Some shifting in the backfield. Zach Maxwell will hand it off up the gut. Not much there. That's Jaden Stewart on the carry. He'll gain, we'll call it a long 2. It'll be second down.
I think that was Eric Ingram in on that tackle first for Mainland.
That defensive front's been key to containing Delsea for what it's worth. Delsea did score on 4 of their 5 possessions in that first half. But with Mainland's offense waking up a little bit, Mustangs definitely need to stop here to open things up in the third quarter. 2nd and 8. Now in Mainland territory. Maxwell under center. Hooks the motion man. Going left to right. Stewart now goes in motion. We'll get the jet sweep, and there's Stephen Ordilli tracking him down in the backfield for a loss. It'll be third down. Stephen Ordilli with the tackle for loss. Huge play in the backfield. And now Delsea, see what they can cook up here on 3rd and long.
I know it's only been 2 plays, but this defensive line has been coming off the ball really quick so far.
Great penetration from Ordilli. That's the 3rd tackle for loss for him on the season. Mainland student section starting to get up now. Third and 10. Maxwell, handoff up the gut, not much. It's going to be 4th down as Luke Maxwell gets the lost yardage back up to the Mainland 49. And for the first time tonight, here comes the Delsea punting unit. So the big bruising fullback, Luke Maxwell, will punt it away. Stephen Ordilli back at around his own 20 to return. Maxwell, a bullet of a punt.
Let it go.
Nice bounce. Ordilli catches it off the hop, and he stepped out of bounds at the 15-yard line. But hey, there's a stop. So the onside kick didn't work. But they do get a stop, and it remains 28-14, 9:40 to play here in the third quarter. Mainland now with the football.
And if you're Mainland, that's the way you want the start of that half. Obviously you probably want that onside kick, but quick 3 and out. Only took a couple minutes off the board. That's kind of what you're drawing up in halftime saying you'd like to do. So let's see how the Mainland offense responds.
Well, even though they didn't get the onside kick, it definitely gave them a little bit of juice. Delsea only 2 net yards on that last series. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 15-yard line. They've been utilizing that empty set a lot more after their first 2 possessions where they came up empty. And they're in it again. Leslie, play fake. Gonna run it himself. Has some space. Makes a cut, follows his blockers across the 25-yard line. And he's got a 1st down for the Mustangs as Dom Teddy is there to make the stop for Delsea.
And this is something Mainland might stick with, that empty backfield. Clearly, whether you're going trips to the right, trips to the left, opening up that way, or middle of the field seems pretty open for MJ right now.
If anything, it's spreading that Delsea defense around. They had a lot of guys in the box in that first half when it was a run-heavy attack with Leslie and Stephen Ordilli on those first 2 possessions. 1st and 10. Empty backfield again. Cohen, Cook, and Will Spolin to the bottom of your screen. Leslie. Back. Pump fake. Running around, flushed. Still looking. He'll take off down the sideline, and he's run out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A game of few. It'll be 2nd down. We're going to have 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs. Again, they have a run-heavy offense as well. Passing game's been opened up a little bit more tonight. But they're not afraid to run this clock down as well. Stephen Ordilli, the lone back. Leslie in the shotgun. Option. Fakes. Breaks one tackle. Dives forward across the 35-yard line. Short of the first down. But he made something out of nothing.
Oh, boy.
Cade Baradelli looked like the first one on the stop. And we have an injured Mustang down. And that is Leslie. I think he's holding his right arm. And this is what you don't want to see if you are Mainland at the moment. Well, you're already down Jabril Mace, who did not suit up tonight for Mainland, their star running back. Was the leader in rushing on the team. And now Leslie is down. Brandon Dearborn, the backup, the sophomore, is 6 of 11 this season for 41 yards and a pick. Has run it 5 times for 7 yards and a touchdown. And it looks like he is going to be coming into the game as he's starting to get loose on the sideline. Leslie to his feet, walking off under his own power. Seems to be all right. Looks like he's just shaking up. He's got to at least sit out this play. We'll see how long he's going to be out. Helmet is off now on the sideline. But that is a welcome sight that he is okay. I'll take a seat on the sideline, get checked out. But for now, on 3rd and 2, it's the sophomore, Brandon Dearborn, coming out in the shotgun. He's got Ordilli to his right. Trips left.
See a short little pass here because they're probably not expecting that, but we'll see.
Dearborn looking, left side. It is caught by Spolin, but he's going to lose a yard. Play took a little too long to develop. And I believe the punting unit is going to come onto the field now. So Dearborn does complete his first pass of the evening, but goes for a loss of about a half yard, and now Mainland's going to punt it back to Delsea as Wade Adair goes back to his own 35 to return this one. Ordilli, delayed punt. Gets a good one off. Adair on the return. Makes one cut. Hit hard by, look like Lombardo, right at the 45-yard line. That's where Delsea's going to set up shop for their next drive. Still 28-14, 7:26 remaining here in the 3rd quarter on our Charlie's Bar game of the week. First and 10 on the 46. Luke Maxwell. Handoff. This is Adair, left side, lowering the shoulder across midfield. Good gain, about 5 on the play.
Might have been Connor Callan on the tackle for Mainland.
Be 2nd and 4 officially. Connor Callan did make that stop. He's newly checked into the game. Second and 4. Maxwell. Handoff. Stewart up the gut. Moving the pile. Host of Mustang defenders make the stop, but not before he gets a first down. So they've exchanged defensive stops in this 3rd quarter. And right now the main concern for Mainland, other than getting the ball back, is the health of Marlon Leslie, who's still seated on the sideline. Helmet is off. Maxwell. Got to keep it himself. Maxwell to the edge. Looking for that first down marker, ripped down by Noah Torres. It looks like he's going to be about just a yard, if not a half yard short. With a nice quarterback keeper by Zach Maxwell.
That play fooled me a little bit. I'm looking at the pile in the middle, and then I see someone still running on the right side.
Their triple option has worked very effectively tonight. Good mix of the wing tee as well. Very old school approach for the Delsea offense, but it's led to a 7-0 record this season. And number 4 in South Jersey Group 3. Maxwell, hands off. Mainland there for the stuff. Nowhere to go for Jaden Stewart. Third down. Another third down opportunity here for the Mainland defense. Quick update on Leslie on the sideline. He's still seated. He's rolling out that right shoulder, rotating it around. Third down. Maxwell, the handoff goes to Luke, up the gut across the 30-yard line, pushing the pile. He's got a first down for Delsea. Luke Maxwell gets a fresh set. Delsea on the move. Under 5 to play here in the third quarter. They are holding on to a 28-14 lead.
I was really hoping to get a stop there, but
they're limiting the big gains right now. First and 10. Maxwell, handoff to Luke Maxwell, low on the shoulder, and gets across 20-yard line. Luke Maxwell, it seems like every time he touches the football, he is gaining 3 yards
at a minimum.
Before first contact.
Yeah, seriously. And then carries them for another 3 or 4.
Second and 3. Ball's at the 20. Maxwell hands off Stewart, right side. Somehow knifing through the pile, and he's going to get a first down for Delsea again. Clock continues to tick, and Delsea on the move. Jaden Stewart has 3 touchdowns tonight. Had 100 yards in that first half. From the 16, first and 10. Maxwell sends Stewart in motion. Handoff goes to Adair. Left side, got a block. Adair down the sideline, reaching. Touchdown, Delsea. Wade Adair gets his first of the evening, and it's a 34-14 lead for the Crusaders.
And just when you thought Mainland had a little bit of momentum, it swung right back the other way.
Carr's extra point is good. So it's 35-14 Delsea, courtesy of the Wayne Adair touchdown. And we mentioned the 3-headed attack in the backfield for Delsea. Luke Maxwell, Jaden Stewart, and Wayne Adair all coming into tonight. A combined 27 touchdowns on the ground.
From the looks of the sideline, it seems like MJ might be going back into the game. He is standing next to Dio, which is the Mainland trainer, but
he's stretching out. Let's see. He's actually going to go down. He's actually doing push-ups on the sideline right now. See if he can, some of those delayed push-ups, seeing if that shoulder's going to hold up. Well, we'll keep you up to date on Leslie, and even looking at him on the sideline, he's trying to work that. He's trying to work that arm out and throw the football. Carr to boot it deep for Delsea as they lead by 21 now with 2:46 remaining in the third quarter. Carr, line drive kick. Stephen Ordilli on the bounce from the 20. 25, made a cut. Following his blockers, Ordilli trying to come out through the pile across the 40-yard line. So finally, a good return for Stephen Ordilli here tonight.
Looks like it's Dearborn going in.
Leslie's still trying to get loose on the sideline. He's by the water coolers at the moment. And with him out right now, that eliminates a huge threat on that Mustangs offense. So it remains to be seen if he's going to be able to come back in the game. But for now, it's going to be Brandon Dearborn. Now trailing by 21. Empty set again. 2:38 to play in the third. Dearborn. Back, quick throw. Cohen Cook. Little bubble screen action across midfield. Cook dragging defenders with him for the first down. So that'll definitely help on your first play of this drive. Mainland already into Delsea territory as Dom Teddy makes the tackle.
And it helps when you have good field position starting off. We didn't have great kick returns basically the entire game until that one. So being already across midfield, about to the 40. And I feel like now if you're Mainland, anything's 4-down territory, especially if you cross midfield. So we'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes to go here in the third, and then you're down 21. You know you have to play catch-up. You've made 2 stops tonight on defense, but still a big margin here. First and 10. Dearborn. Back. Throws right side. Caught Jamie Tyson reaching for the 35-yard line. Good pickup. Second down coming up. It's Tyson's 7th catch of the season. Gary Harper with the tackle for Delsea. It is second down and 4. It's a little over a minute to go in the third. Dearborn looking left, fires. It was batted at the line, looking in the direction of Spolin, and now it is third down.
I think that was tipped by Luke Maxwell, Delsea.
Well, Maxwell certainly all over the place. Has a touchdown on offense and starting at that big defensive end position. Third down. Only 4 yards to the marker. Empty set again for Dearborn. Back. Lobbing one left side. Incomplete. Looking in the direction of Nick Wagner. Well covered there by Hooks. Fourth down. You mentioned, Brianna, 4-down territory.
Has to be. The pass protection on this drive for Dearborn, who's obviously sophomore coming in for an injured player, it's not always the easy situation to be in, but he's had a decent amount of time to throw.
Man, protection so far hasn't been an issue with him, and sure Delsea knows he's not as much of a running threat as Leslie. Fourth and 4. Dearborn takes it, pumps once, lobbing one right side, overshot Cohen Cook, but good coverage by Delsea, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Crusaders get the ball back, and now Delsea really trying to pull away on this drive. Another opportunity to extend this lead.
It's kind of unfortunate just for Mainland. You're coming into a game where you know you're clearly the underdogs. You're playing an undefeated, great team. You don't have your star running back, and now obviously you don't have your starting quarterback, and you're down by 3 touchdowns. So it's not the easiest place to be in, but they're not giving up. So still have another quarter left to play.
See what they can do on this drive, Delsea. Maxwell. Stewart the motion man, and Maxwell going to take one himself. And the ball came out, and it's recovered by the Mustangs. Just like that, they're going to get it right back. Nate Wagner with the recovery, and now we're going to, I thought we had a flag for a second.
So did I.
Saw the ball, yeah,
no.
saw the ball fly up in the air. No flag, but Nate Wagner the recovery, and Mainland forces their second turnover of the night. Second fumble by the Delsea offense. So right back on offense. Mainland will get another crack at it with 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. First and 10 from the 41. Trips to the right. Stephen Ordilli's in the backfield. Now running at whistles. And Mainland will burn their first timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining, and they want to talk this over. Important moment of the game now as we approach the end, or near the end of the third quarter. Looked like Delsea was ready to, at that point, run away with the football game, but another turnover. Mainland down by 3 scores, but they can cut into this lead before the final frame.
And, I mean, I said it with the play before. I mean, they're not giving up. I mean, not the greatest situation to be in if you're Mainland, but you can tell they're so fired up. They're still rushing to the ball. And there really hasn't been all season. Like I said, we've been down multiple games at the beginning of the season, and they've never quit. So
Leslie is on the sideline, but the helmet is off. And I don't think he has his helmet with him, so if that's any indication, this could be the Brandon Dearborn show for the rest of the night. And you got to hope Leslie's shoulder is going to be okay. First and 10. Dearborn, play fake, roll into his left. Ball batted right in his face by Stewart. That is incomplete, second and 10. Well, that's a heads-up play by Jaden Stewart.
And that could have been 6 the other way.
Knocked it down in Dearborn's face, and of course the Delsea fan base thought that might have been a fumble, but that was clearly batted. Second and 10, though. But that's the pressure you're going to face. Dearborn, of course, not as fast as Leslie. Not as big as him either. They're going to have to get creative outside the pocket. 41 seconds to go in the third. And it's second and 10. Coming out on that empty set again. Dearborn. Back, pressure, and he's going to be brought down and sacked. Ashton Blos. That's he's now.
Delsea lineman in the backfield almost immediately.
Blos now up to 4.5 sacks on the season with that one. It's going to be third and long. And Mainland might let this clock run out to the fourth quarter. As they watch the clock tick down, they're going to talk it over. So at the end of 3, it's Delsea 35, Mainland 14. They have the ball, but they're going to have third and roughly 18 when we come back. Fourth quarter coming up in your Charlie's Bar Game of the Week. Fourth quarter time here at Mainland Regional High School. Mustangs trailing 35-14 against Delsea. 3rd and 18 from the Delsea 48-yard line. Nick Costco alongside Brianna Smith. Matt Ulmer upstairs producing and filming tonight's broadcast. OB, our statistician here tonight. Dearborn dropping straight back. Pressure. Screen pass, Steven or Dilly. No blockers out in front of him. He'll get out to the roughly the 41, 40-yard line. It's not going to be enough. It's going to be 4th down. But trailing by 3 scores. Got to go for it. In case you're just joining us, Mainland without Jabril Mace tonight. And starting quarterback Marlon Leslie on the bench now due to an apparent shoulder injury suffered just a couple series ago. 4th and 10, Dearborn. Back, looking, downfield, overshot Nick Wagner. He had a bit of a step. If he's able to place that one in there, he might be off to the end zone. That'll be a turnover on downs. And now Delsea up by 21 with 11:05 to go in the game, looking to put this one on ice. This is a dare, left side. Brought down after about a gain of 1. Flag down, Lombardo the tackle. But we're going to have to check on the flag. That'll be a hold on Delsea. So that'll back him up. Mainland's still fighting hard. First and, it was the spot of the foul, so 1st and 21 from the 30-yard line. First down marker is at the Mainland 49. Zach Maxwell under center. And now we're going to get more whistles. And Delsea will spend a timeout. They have 2 remaining in the ballgame. Well, it's been an interesting one, but unfortunately for Mainland, when you miss your 2 best playmakers, you're kind of up against it at this point, especially down by 21 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the easiest place to be in, but like there's no quit in this team. I mean, you can just tell by getting to the ball. Obviously, not having a sophomore quarterback coming in isn't ideal, but on the flip side, they did get playmakers back they didn't have in Nick Wagner and Cohen Cook, so it's a little bit of give and take. Maybe you know, the game that get everyone healthy is playoffs, and that's a great time to have your entire team healthy.
Well, Clearview's up next week. That game was postponed from last Friday. That'll be the final game before the playoffs. Mainland currently number 9 in South Jersey Group 4, so they would be in the tournament as of now. This is Zach Maxwell throwing for the first time tonight, and it is incomplete. Looking for Stewart, and we do have a flag down. And that's going to be a roughing the passer penalty on the Mustangs. Looks like everything goes wrong when Delsea finally throws the football.
This looks like you're going to get those penalty yards right back.
Yeah, they were just confirming the penalty. So move that ball all the way back up to the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 6. You don't hear that too often. 10.5 to play in this one. Delsea hanging on to a 3-score lead.
I think Mainland wants an explanation here. Coach Smith does not look thrilled. But doesn't matter.
Well, they actually did just reset the chain, so it is going to be a 1st and 10 now for Delsea. So it is a fresh set of downs. Handoff, Luke Maxwell, left side, down the sideline, got the first down, shoved out of bounds. So move the sticks again. As I mentioned, Delsea trying to pour it on now. And put the ice on this, put this one on ice. Mainland's fought hard on defense despite the score. They forced 2 turnovers tonight. The offense, unfortunately, just has not gotten going here in the second half. Of course, losing Marlon Leslie hurts. 1st and 10. Maxwell, the handoff to Luke Maxwell up the gut. Game about 4 on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7. Maxwell. Option. A dare to the edge. Down the sideline, lowers the shoulder. He's got a 1st down. Tough to keep track. Wing T triple option has worked well tonight. And it's a fresh set of downs for the Crusaders. On 1st and 10, Maxwell hands it off to his brother Luke. He'll get to the 30-yard line, so give him a gain of about 2. As Delsea tries to keep moving forward and keep his clock moving.
That's the game plan, right? I mean, it's worked all year. It's working tonight. I feel like this team will be very hard to beat in the playoffs.
Some building blocks here for Mainland. Despite giving up the 35 points. Definitely have had some positives, but just were not consistent enough. And they were a little shell-shocked in that first half, down 21-0. Flags, we're gonna get some early movement. And Delsea already knows they're already backing up. Well, Mainland was in a 21-0 hole early on. So since then, it's been even on the scoreboard, 14 apiece, but they took their licks early. Sometimes a 3-score lead, nearly impossible to come out of, especially that early. Eight minutes to go. 2nd and 14. Maxwell, a little reverse here. That's a dare. He gets hit hard in the backfield. Sinclair, the first one there. Andres Hernandez helping clean up that tackle. 3rd down. Two receivers to the right now for Delsea. It's Hooks and Kelly. 3rd and long. Maxwell, handoff Fakes it, actually. Now tosses it out left to Adair. Makes one cut, moving forward. He'll be short of the first down. Got a nice chunk back. It's going to be about 4th and 5.
I'd be shocked if they don't go for it here.
Yeah, under 7 minutes to go. Another first down for Delsea. Could really burn a lot more clock. Nope. 4th and 6. Maxwell. Keeps it. Option toss. Right side. Here goes Stewart. Down the sideline. He's got a first down, and he's ripped out of bounds by Noah Torres. But another huge pickup for the Crusaders. They keep on moving.
I mean, these wideouts, man, they know how to block.
As we mentioned, Devin Hooks came into tonight with just 3 catches for 65 yards. Aiden Kelly, their backup wide receiver, no catches this year, but he certainly is big in the blocking game as well. First and 10 for Delsea. From the 14. Maxwell. Keeper. Using his speed, trying to get to the edge. Zach Maxwell reaching, and he's going to be short of the end zone. But looks like he has enough for another Delsea first down. That's one guy we haven't talked about too much tonight because it's been a lot of Luke Maxwell, Jaden Stewart, and Wayne Adair. But Zach Maxwell, he came into tonight just a little bit under 400 yards on the ground himself. And for a quarterback who doesn't throw much, he's got some speed to the edge.
Yeah. You can tell he's like comfortable with this offense.
You could tell every running back has been carrying out their fakes tonight. First and goal from the 2. We need a timeout. That's Delsea's second. They have 1 remaining. 5:32 to play in the ball game. Coming up for Delsea, it's Steinert next week, as they are now just a little over 5 minutes away from an 8-0 season here, while Mainland facing a 4-4 record, heading into their final regular season game next week as they host Clearview.
And that game just got a little bigger. It wasn't a big enough game already.
Division foe. And Mainland certainly needs all the extra help they can get to maintain their playoff positioning. They're number 9 right now in South Jersey Group 4. Delsea's number 4 in South Group 3. Top 16 make it, and they're split up into the 2 brackets as they play up to the regional championship game. First and goal from the 2. Maxwell. Handoff. That's Adair trying to push the pile. Touchdown, Delsea. That's Adair's second. It's now his 8th touchdown on the ground this season, 9th total. And it's now a 4-score lead, and here comes Mason Carr for the extra point. Carr's extra point is good. 42-14. Tough sledding for the Mustangs, and see if they can build any positive momentum for next week on this upcoming drive. Definitely fought hard tonight, kept it close, but Delsea a little too much here in this second half. And, of course, the injury to starting quarterback Marlon Leslie does have to hurt. Carr to boot it. 5:26 remaining in this one. Let's see if Brandon Dearborn can get this offense rolling a little bit. Get some positives going into next week. They're back at home next week. And hold the phone on everything. We're going to get a flag down. I believe someone was offsides for Delsea. That's where the flag was thrown in that area. So we might be re-kicking here. Back him up 5 yards of the Delsea offsides penalty. It was 28-14 at halftime, but it's been all Delsea in this second half. Carr, boots were on the ground. Mainland was ready for it. And they'll start the drive just across the 40-yard line. Jake Sokolsky with the nice little falling on the football. He was aware.
Remember when I said I was hot in the beginning of the game? Now I take that back. Got progressively colder, like every quarter, I feel like.
Temperatures have dipped a little bit. We're approaching November already, which is, of course, pure football weather. 1st and 10 for Mainland. Dearborn in the shotgun.
Oh.
Now we're going to get more whistles. Flag down.
False start on Mainland.
So back up 5 yards after the false start. You would like to see the Mustangs just move forward on this drive. But now, of course, without one of their top running threats in Leslie, might just be all passing on this drive. 1st and 15. Dearborn hands it off. Stephen Ordilly.
Nice.
Tough run there for a few. That's Dan DiGiovacchino on the stop. They'll give Ordilly about 3. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Sheeran in the slot to the bottom of your screen, and Cohen Cook split out wide. And now we're going to get more early movement. That was on the right side of the line for Mainland, so back him up again 5 yards.
I think that might have been the same player. Might just be a little bit of lack of communication.
Look like Lombardo shift to the right real quick. So now it is 2nd and 17. Dearborn. Handoff left side. This is Ordilly trying to follow his blockers, and a host of Crusader defenders are there to bring him down. Gain of about 2. 3rd and long. Well, they're not going to punt, so they're going to run at least 2 more plays here. Third and 14 for Dearborn and company. Takes it, looking, downfield, incomplete. Look in the area of Cohen Cook. Looked like he made a nice cut back to the football, but out of reach. It is 4th down.
Overthrew him just a little bit there. That'd have been nice, though.
Well, Cook's been a little bit more active today. Did reel in a catch earlier.
I think they are going to be punting.
Bit of a surprise here. They will punt, so Stephen Ordilli back in that formation. Mentioned returning guys, of course, Nick Wagner, touchdown tonight. A couple catches for him. Delsea waiting for a fake. As Ordilli's just waiting, and now he'll punt it. Line drive kick. And then you'll see Spolin and Sheeran watch it die down inside the 20-yard line. So a good punt there from Stephen Ordilli, 3 minutes to go. And Delsea takes over up 42-14. And they're going to hope this is the final drive of the game to put this one on ice. Well, as far as positives you can take out of this game, Mainland's offense did get going. Obviously, you have to worry about the health of Marlon Leslie and Jabril Mace if they're going to be ready to go for the final regular season game next Friday. But the passing game did open up a bit. Mainland did just call a timeout as well, so they have 1 remaining in this game. But if you get Leslie and Mace back next week, of course with the health of Nick Wagner and Cohen Cook, your top 2 receiving options, the offense does open up a bit, and that will be key against Clearview next week.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously it's a lopsided score on the scoreboard, but I think when you watch it, I mean, granted, Delsea's run game is like rivals Millville. I mean, I sat through the Millville game, which wasn't great for Mainland, wasn't an easy thing to watch, but I mean, they have so many different playmakers. But I mean, Mainland didn't quit. Like, they've played hard the entire game. They tried to get back in it. Obviously, 21-point deficit isn't the easiest thing to come out of, especially so early in the game. But I mean, they didn't quit, and you know, next week's a big week and quick turnaround and playoffs.
Mainland in there right now. Backup quarterback is in for Delsea. That was Vinny Panzino with the quarterback keeper, but he's dropped for a loss. Dom Teddy, their usual backup, but of course he's a starter on defense at safety. So they're throwing in the sophomore quarterback, Vinny Panzino, 5'9", 145 is where he's listed. Did lose 4. Panzino. Handoff here. Mainland's there. As Xavier Wyatt gets across the 25-yard line. So some other guys getting some reps on offense. Third down and 4. Panzino takes it. Handoff goes to the left side. That's McGranahan. And he's only going to get about, we'll call that maybe a yard. It'll be 4th down. Delsea will keep the offense on the field. One more first down could essentially put this game to all zeros. Fourth and 1. Panzino, quarterback sneak. And he got a nice push up front. That's going to be a first down for Delsea.
So the clock will stop.
Clock stops momentarily, but the ref's already resuming it. Those are some fast stick resets. 42 seconds to go. Panzino will come out, go to the huddle. Have to take one last snap. Panzino will hand it off. The left side, should be right side, cutting back to the left. Nice little chunk.
That should do it.
Alex Grippo, the freshman, got the carry there. So nice for the freshman to get a carry at the end of this game, but that'll take us to the end as the clock winds down now. Both teams head back to their sidelines. They'll line up on the 50. As the clock hits all zeros, your final score here tonight, it's Delsea 42, Mainland 14. Mustangs were in this one, but Delsea just a little bit too much in the second half, and of course the injuries ended up piling up.